Hi, my name is Ankita Chauhan, and I have built this Bad Bank app as part of my course for MIT MERN application program, and it mostly handles with React application. As you can see, I have used the link of AWS hosting link that I got after deploying it on AWS, and so this is the landing page. As you can see, home page is the landing page, and this page has some basic information about the bank. Uh, and As you can see, the instruction here says that you can move around using the navigation bar to you can move around by clicking around the navigation bar. So let's move to create account page. So as we create account page, this has like a form, and you can see that the create account tab is highlighted since we are on create account page. So this is form, and it has fields such as name, email, and password. And you can see that the submit button is disabled because we don't have anything yet. So now let's start putting name. And you can see, since I have used Formic, it is saying that email is required, password is required. And if I have no input in it, it says the name is required. I have used form validation for it. And see, suppose I start filling my Ankita and email address, a Chauhan at gmail.com, and password I'll put as again for I will I'll first try to show you with so suppose password I am giving as I have also applied form validation saying that the length of the password should be 8 characters, so at least 8 characters. So it says that the password must be longer than 8 characters. So I'll put some I'll give password as Ankita 123. So now I'll create an account, submit. So here we get a success button and add another account button. So the another account button is used to create one more account. So before we do that, let's go to all data page and see that in all data page we have information stored. Whatever new account that we created, it is stored in this. So now let's go and deposit some amount in our bank, and you can see that the information is there is information saying that account balance for Ankita is this much, because like this application, the whenever a user create an account, the initial the bank submits $100 because we have set like the initial account balance is $100. So again, this submit button is empty. So now let's try putting alphabets. So this form validation says that the amount must be a number. So you can see that since the form is not validated yet, it is still in the submit state, like a disabled state. So now we'll try to give a negative number. Please enter amount more than 0. So even we'll try to enter 0. See, there's no point depositing 0. It does not make any like, why will you keep adding 0? So it is more than 0. And so okay, we will add another $50 and click on submit. See, it gives success message that the amount $50 amount was deposited and the balance is $150. Now let's go and check in the all data page that how much is the balance for Ankita now. You can see that the balance gets automatically updated in all data page as well. And now we will go to check the functionality of withdraw. Since we are working with this with Ankita's record, because it works with the last created, we don't have a login page yet, so that it can work individually on like the user of choosing. So it is working with the last created data. So now this is the account balance. Again, withdraw amount is the submit button is disabled, and the amount say we put alphabets, it says numbers. And if we put something that is more than the amount, the balance, because how can you withdraw money when you don't you don't have that much balance? So it says please enter amount less than your balance. So let's withdraw $20, submit, and you can see that the amount withdrawn was 20. We get a success message saying that the amount withdrawn was $20. And again, the all data page, we'll go check on all data page, and we see that it is getting updated. So and that's the application I have. I've used Formic for form validation, and while it was fun creating this application, it was also a quite of learning challenge. And some of the things, some of the, I would say, challenges that I faced during this application, creating this application, was that converting, like switching my mind from JX to from JavaScript to JSX. So in my head, it would be like, yeah, this is how I do it in JavaScript, but applying it on JSX, it was a challenge from switching my mind from JSX to JavaScript. Also, being comfortable, because I'm still learning, so being comfortable with a lot of React hooks was a challenge. I was like, when I applied Formic, I had to change a lot of code because it is not very like, it requires some more. It has its own need, needs, and that was one of the things that I had to make user context. So applying it throughout the application was also one of the challenges. And then I overcame these challenges by, I would say, by practicing a lot and reading a lot. By both the challenges, I would see, as I kept working, as I moved forward, it all started making sense. And in fact, towards the end, I felt that the Formic was easier to apply, and it really helped me create that like form validation, as many validations as I want. So that was one of the things. And so yeah, that's how in terms of design changes, I would say I did not change a lot, but yeah, I linked create account, deposit, and like, not just with the index, not just with the main file, I also created a link or a context between themselves, so that they interact with each other as well. Because withdraw and all data, it gets updated like so. So that was one of the things that I did that was different from standalone model in the starter file that we had got. And yeah, so that was one of the changes. And I also used create React app instead of standalone model. Yeah, it was really easy and comfortable when I uploaded it on AWS, because like create app like it builds it, and it was like I did not have to make it was quite like all the data was given, files were given, I just had to upload it. Okay, yeah, I did create form component, like you can see in create account app. I have created like the form, and this form, and see, form is the easiest way to get data, to interact with the users, to get data that we can manipulate, and to understand what the user wants. So to manipulate with the data and interact with the user, so that was, form is the easiest way to do that, and I think probably the oldest way. And so that is why I created a form component for so yeah, and I did not create a lot of extra features, I just added few, like in email, I have added, if you do not enter like a valid email, like at the rate dash dot com, like alphabets, numbers, at the rate, so it till then it keeps saying that it is invalid email. So I tried few extra form validations, and then I like had I wanted to create like a login page so that we can uh, make change to individual user, instead of, like you can say, in the current my current application, we are making changes only to the last user, like the latest user that we have created. But if had I like I wanted to apply a login page so that like compare the password and the username, and so if all this data are matching, then you manipulate with only that data. So I wanted to do that, but I think I'll do it in some time, as my own endeavor. But yeah, extra features I have only used, I would say, the extra form validation thing, and some small apps, some small changes, that's all. So that's my application, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to do this. Thank you.